Today is Wednesday. It's 23 degrees out there. 23 below Celsius, like colder than American zero. I'm glad I didn't go pick up my bike, and I'm glad that I bought myself a few days, and I hope that it warms up. I ought to check the weather. I was thinking by March I might start getting into the bus again. I've got a better source of firewood. There's a store opened up in the neighborhood that sells it for half the cost of the previous place, since chopping firewood isn't really my shtick at this point in time. Something I'm going to have to really develop a fondness for if I plan to heat the bus with wood, though. I don't know how to chop firewood. I really don't. I've seen it done. It always uses tools I don't own and muscles I don't have, so I'm like, I don't know about chopping firewood. I went back on Facebook yesterday just to let everybody know that I'd be checking in once a week or so, but that I'm not coming back. I get on there and I spend hours, like Instagram, same thing. I literally spend hours. I mean, 2 to 3 hours per session, just trying to make everybody feel like I'm paying attention. Clicking the like, double tapping the image, coming up with something pithy to say. So I feel like on the one hand, I'm abandoning friendship, and on the other hand, I'm abandoning a time waster. And so I may be suffering a lot of unhappiness today, but I'm not letting it stop me from doing the things that will hopefully help me climb out of feeling unhappy. And I'm facing the TV again today because I'm watching Netflix while I walk. There's a movie called Bright with Will Smith. So I'm treadmilling away Wednesday afternoon. Well, that worked. Walked until the end of the movie. Yes, and I've discovered that my videos are being monetized when I leave in enough music for the copyright tags to recognize it, at which point they monetize my video for the record companies. So if you're seeing an ad, that's why. Music leaked in. The music that's around me in my life leaked into the video. I'm going to be doing a lot more editing to try and cut that out, but this one might have, I don't know. Maybe if I break it up, it will foil the censors. It's so stupid. It's not the way to deal with art. Wednesday morning, it's 26 below out here, and Dan is fixing his brakes. I feel sorry for him. I really do. Time for breakfast. One interesting thing that I've noticed since I gave up Facebook for a little while is how much more idle time I have. And that's good because I turn that idle time into crafting time and to get more knitting and weaving done. And in fact, Facebook just might be a waste of time. Wow, I actually said this morning on camera, I'm pretty sure that it was Wednesday morning. This is what happens when you live a life that is not divided up into weekends and weekdays. It's actually Friday, not Wednesday. Where did my week go? What difference does it make? Well, essentially it comes down to possibly tomorrow Dan will be home from work. That's the only differentiation from one day to the next for me. Oh, and there won't be any mail delivery tomorrow, but I've stopped checking mail, so. I know there's something in the mailbox, so I'll probably go get it today because I kind of got it in my head, well, okay, I'll collect mail on Fridays. That is at least only one day of trauma. I'm finding the mail to be a traumatic event, a stressful event. I shouldn't use the word trauma. It's a little too light for that word. But I find mail to be stressful. It's really just envelopes of people demanding money. That's all it ever is. And so I'm not in any kind of a rush to get it. There's No value in it for me. It's warmed up to -5, and the guy at the bike shop got a hold of me earlier this week and told me that he thinks he can put that lock on my bike for me if I want to bring it in. And I said, well, I'll bring it in the next time the weather's good. So I'm going out today. So instead of treadmill walking, I'm going to ride my bike downtown and walk back. So look who's getting out of the house. If it isn't Pyper Ann. Figured I'd take her along. Thank you. Come on, Pyper. I did it. I dropped off my bike. I made it out here. So tell me, what were you out with your cameras for?
Oh, we're volunteering with a program called SOAR Saskatchewan. So it's a youth program that's going on this week where today the youth are traveling around the city and learning more about some of the different issues that are happening in our city.
Oh, cool.
Later this week the kids will get to go to different places in the city to help work and volunteer.
I'm just vlogging for YouTube.
That's awesome.
Well, I just couldn't resist. Here I was walking around feeling really self-conscious with the camera when along come these two kids, also with their cameras out, and they're videotaping the street, well, photographing it for a project. So I'll try to remember to look them up on Facebook and have a look at their project when they're done. It may have warmed up, but it's still a pretty fierce wind out there. Whoa. Can you hear it? Yeah, it's a brisk one. Got home just in time for coffee break. So I've got my cold brew latte with maple syrup and almond milk. And I got my marzipan chocolate treats. Yeah, that recipe is already on the website, scheduled for release. Watch for it. This one was real easy. I think, oh no, actually I have to sit down and do the narration right now. I think the 25th of February. Maybe I'll release it on the 28th. I don't know. It'll be the last week of the month. I have to do the narration for it this afternoon. So it's Saturday morning. I have Tom coming over and we're going to record a podcast or a kitchen chat. That's it. In my head, I think of it as a podcast because I want to get to that format, but because we don't stick to any topic, I keep it as a kitchen chat. It's time to make a fresh batch of kombucha, June tea. Another name issue. I wanted kombucha, but in fact June tea is better because the difference is honey versus sugar and green tea versus black tea. And I prefer the green tea and honey, so that's June tea. Anyways, today I'm just going to mix it with apple juice because it takes a long time to put all the apples and carrots through the juicer. I got to clean Sam's cage. I still have to feed the birds, do the dishes, have my cup of coffee. And yeah, I'm feeling a little slow today. There's probably other things I got to cram in this morning too, which is tough when you're feeling slow. And cool fingers on my eyes feels good. You ever do that when your fingers are cold? Put them on your eyes to help you feel wakeful? Probably. The corners of the eyes, specifically. It's a funny thing. Wakey, wakey. The lock that I wanted, turns out there's an adapter that just came in, and the guy who knew that was off for Christmas holidays at the time. So I can have my lock, and they're putting it on, like, right now. I can't pick it up till Tuesday because I'm too busy today, and Monday is a holiday in Saskatchewan. And I've had people say to me things like, "How do you know all that?" As if, you know, do they want me to explain the chemistry of the brain and how it stores memory, or do they want me to list off a bibliography of the things that I've read in my lifetime? I don't understand what they want me to, what answer they're looking for when they say, "How do you know all that?" How many kids consume 3 sets of encyclopedias before 3rd grade? How many kids read the dictionary back to front and front to back for fun? Okay? I'm one of them. I'm one of those kids. And I never stopped being that way. I am not in a positive place this month, so I'm trying to edit these videos to take a lot of the negativity out. And we'll see what all gets edited. I just found a dog hair on my camera. Ever since we got a shedding dog, the dog hairs are massive. Alright, time to get to work. This is why I put food coloring in my eggs. It's just so pretty! Just for that one only reason. It's pretty. Tom's here. We're going to record a kitchen chat. They've got coffee and chocolate and smoothie, and both beverages have alcohol in them. It's going to be great. So it's Sunday at about 11:30. I've done all my morning stuff. I forgot about ordering from the Wandering Market, but I think I'm going to drive up there this afternoon and see what they've got for sale that's not on the order sheet. 'Cause I just plain forgot. And I finally figured out how to use the Woodland Mansion map in Minecraft, and it turns out that this mansion is many, many leagues from home, and on the way there I've already raided a couple of villages and a temple and gathered up rare materials, and my pockets are full and I haven't even found the mansion yet. So well, I misunderstood something, because when I got there was no Wandering Market set up. So I'll going to a regular grocery store now, because there's a bunch of stuff we have to pick up and I'm already out, so you know, take care of it now and then relax, right? And waiting for Dan to send me the grocery list, because I didn't bring it. I'll have to check when I get home to see what my mistake was. You know, maybe the order form was open today for the first time. I have no idea. I thought they were supposed to be there. So, I picked up some groceries. I grabbed some pretty flowers too. Check out the flowers I got at the grocery store. Hey, Purd. I find the Woodland Mansion. The loot was dismal. I'm looking and I'm looking, and I find one good chest with interesting things. And it included a lead, which I really need and I can't make without turning on mobs, so I was really pleased. But I was like, oh well, you know, okay. It's too bad you can't trade with the illagers, because it was full of illagers. Not villager, but illager. The negative mob. But they were being peaceful, because I was in peaceful mode. So I did a little bit of research and found out that I could actually still kill them and get the mob drops from them. So even though they were good enough not to attack me, I slaughtered the lot of them. I'm such a barbarian. I got my totem of undying. Cool. I do feel like a terrible barbarian in this game, though. So that's my house there. That's the big, big castle. Here, this is the log cabin right there. And there's the tree house that's going to be built. You can see the paths that come through. And then that's the end of the map.
You all cozy and warm by the fire, little dude?
Come upstairs, I couldn't find either Dan or Timmy. Pyper was downstairs with me. But look, I found Timmy's clothes. Still looking like he's still wearing them almost. It was weird. It's like he disapparated and left his outfit behind. Well, I did it. I got on the treadmill and with the help of playing Minecraft walked for a whole 67.5 minutes. Minecraft's good for your health if you do it right. Tuesday, the day I'm supposed to go pick up my bike, and it's -18 out there and I don't want to go. It's going to be a cold walk. Maybe it'll warm up by this afternoon. We'll see.
So you licked out a honey jar and you got honey all through your fur, and now it's all sticky and I had to wipe it with a wet rag, and now I have to comb out all the tangles. Honey's good for your hair, but sticky isn't good. You like the hairbrush, don't you? Oh, how about under your chin? Can we brush you here? Oh, very good. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my darling. Oh, you're so beautiful. Shall we make you look cuter? There. Let's put all your hair up. Spike it up. There you go. Spiked up. Everything I do with you is cute. Pyper's jealous. You're too big. Get out of my face.
You're such a little prince, my prince puppet too. So I'm not going to pick up my bike until later in this week because when I checked the weather forecast, it's supposed to warm up later this week. So I'm just going to, a few days I can hold off. I don't want to go anywhere when it's this cold out. So today, we only managed half an hour, so I left everything set up. So I figure I'll take a coffee break, then I'll get back on and try to get the other half hour in. Just getting too warm and everything getting sore. So I'm seeing the difference in general in my stamina, even though from day to day my stamina is variable. Took an hour off and I'm back on the treadmill and I just got started, but look at what's going on out there. Snowstorm. So I'm twice as glad I didn't go get my bike today. It's Thursday. I'm about to do the dishes. It's another day of staying home. I do need to take a bath today. Tomorrow I must go pick up my bike. It's going to be warm enough. And do some other errands while I'm out. And I had a thought about cold brew coffee. I've been making cold brew coffee for a while now, ever since I tried some. It's a richer flavor than hot brew coffee, and that's even if I use Dan's coffee. Now I just discovered another interesting thing. My cold brew French press is much easier to clean than Dan's hot brew French press. We both have our own French presses. It came about because I was using this one for culinary purposes that I didn't want to spoil his coffee with. And then I wound up using it to make cold brew, and it is so very good. I suppose I could use Dan's coffee press, you know, but we've got both. And like his was a $60 and mine was a $20. So I learned something there about coffee presses. You don't have to buy a fancy one to get the results you want. So I got Minecraft on, and I started walking, and I'm making tea, so when the kettle goes off I'll have to stop, but I will get back on. You know, it's as easy as hitting the stop button. Go tend to something, then hit my 2-mile-an-hour button, and wait for the thing to fire up. So Minecraft seems to be the most successful. I forget to care about my feet, so that I walk at least an hour, and generally I overshoot it a bit. So that's good. Well, that worked. In fact, I went 80 minutes because there was just a few things I wanted to fix up. I just turned the speed down and had a cool down. Show YouTube how handsome you are in your winter coat and sweater suit set. Yeah. How many sweaters are you wearing, Timmy? 3 knitted things in a coat. Wow. Take the coat off. See that? There's one, and that's one. Underneath is 2, and there's the 3rd. Layers.